Hello friends and welcome to my channel. Thank you guys so much for joining me because we are doing a reading journal video today. We are not doing a flip through. In fact, we are going to be actually updating my reading journal together. For my new viewers, welcome, and my returning viewers, welcome back. I'm glad that you guys are joining me. I don't normally show this, so I just kind of had the idea today that I think I want to show you guys how I actually update my reading journal. So that way you can kind of see like everything that I do in it during the month. And also because I'm kind of behind in it and this is a good opportunity. So if you guys want to chat about some books, update my reading journal, and I can kind of talk through that process, I hope you guys stick around. So for starters, I have my phone, and the Goodreads app is currently on my shit list because it keeps messing up. I noticed that there were like a few books that it actually removed the dates that I read it. So I was trying to fix it, and I kind of realized that it was just kept on giving me problems. So I went ahead, I deleted the app, I re-downloaded it, I'm logging back in. And I'm really hoping that that kind of fixed it. So I think it maybe fixed it. Stop. Like, I don't need to go to my bookshelf. Okay. So I'm going to do the date read because if this will show me if it actually fixed it or not. And then we're going to go reverse. There's like a bunch of books that it kind of removed the date. So these two books I read in 2023, but they're not showing, the date's not showing with it. So I don't know if this is correct. I'm going to have to go through. Oh, I don't think it is. I'm pretty sure it's down by 2. But anyways, we're going to use the Goodreads app for the books that I have been reading. I got October updated properly. So we're just basically going to go through and just start making updates. So first of all, I am going to go through and talk about what I use to be updating everything. And let's start with my colored pencils. These are just some colored pencils that they are a Sue Color brand. I literally found them on Amazon. There's nothing special about them. I like using the colored pencils though. I swear I thought I just dropped one. I like using the colored pencils. And I have colors picked out. So, we need to start from October 1st. So I think I've read 11 or 12 books so far this month. I feel like my number is really down, but basically we're just going to go through and start coloring them in. Because typically for this, what I do is I will color in and then I will write it in. Now, as I'm doing this, because I'm trying to kind of like figure out how I can keep the time relatively in track, I may only actually show you a portion of it. We'll see. I'm going to have to make that decision as I'm kind of going through the editing. So I have, I think, now that I think about it. Okay, so I started out with a 4-read, and that was an audiobook, or an ALC, which is a advanced listening copy. And then we go down to a 3-star. So the book Wildfire by Hannah Grace. She also wrote the book Icebreaker. I know a lot of people who absolutely adore both of those books, and all I can literally think is why. Okay, so let me kind of say, like, a lot of what I read is romance. Some of them are like actually funny. They can be categorized as rom-coms, but a lot of what I read is romance. And when I read romance, I want it to have some plot. I don't mind if it has open door spice, like sex scenes. I don't mind that. I don't mind if it has closed door sex scenes. It just, that's not a big deal to me. What I want is it to have a plot. And one thing that I've noticed, and this is like one reason why I kind of have decided I will probably never read Hannah Grace again, is because she writes romance novels. They're not really that funny. Like, I feel like she tries, to me, they try to be clever. I don't feel like they're very clever. God, I've had a lot of five-star books so far this month. I don't feel like they're really that clever in terms of like jokes and such, but I don't get much of a plot. It's a lot of spice with very little plot, and I'm like, okay, it ruins it. It ruins it for me. So after reading 2 of her books, I basically decided no more. But yeah, I'm like, as I'm kind of coloring this in, I realized I have a lot of 5-star books. I have, so far, we have 4 4-star books. I have 2 3-star books. I just colored into that, so I hope my next book is a 4-star book. I have 4 5-star and 1 10-star. And the 10-star is basically like, I absolutely love everything about this book. I want to make it my whole personality, that sort of thing. Okay, so now we're going to go through, and I'm just going to, okay, yeah, I'm going to use this pen. Now I'm just going to go through and write in the names. That's not writing very well. Okay, so if you are going to be coloring this in, you have to make sure that you use like a really strong fine liner. Now, I am really happy with myself because I actually finished 2 physical books so far this month. I'm reading a 3rd one, but yeah, I'm just really happy. And there's one more that I want to read after the one that I'm reading right now. So I'm like really, really proud of myself. Okay, why did I choose? Oh my goodness. I have like the smallest books ever for the longer titles. The 5-star book that I read was Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I'm really sorry, though. It is not coming out until next year. That was one that I could not wait to read. Okay. It's not as pretty as what it normally is, but that's okay. All right, so after the book's read, we go to the Goodreads challenge. For the Goodreads challenge, I'm going to be writing in the numbers, and then I'm going to be coloring it in because that's what I probably should have been doing this whole time. So we are going to go up to 174 because that's what my calculations say. Even though Goodreads is currently hating me. Oh, I should maybe try to update it on the computer. I think that's what I'm going to try to do. Maybe the app is just not my friend. Oh, snap. I just totally messed this up. No. Okay, so this is a good reason why I am... Let me do this. 171, 172, that's good enough. 174. And then I use a gray for this. So let's go ahead and color these in. I am very close to 200. I may stop counting after 200. Like, because I don't know if I'm going to print out like a whole nother page. And I don't know, like I have no idea what I'm going to do. Like after I reach 200, I just don't know. And then this one, I have it colored in like alternating. Oh my gosh. Okay, so there we go. So I don't think I have read any on my TBR, so we're not going to make any updates for that. I'm total slacker with that. Same thing with that one. Daily reading. I have in fact been daily reading. What color am I using though? What color is that? So, okay, so normally I know what it is. Okay, I think it's this one. 403. So I think for this one, I started to use Tombows, and I think it was number 403. I'm going to say that's exactly what it was. I think I have like 3 of those markers. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and go through my daily reading. You know, I should be updating this every single day. Do I? Of course I don't. Routines and my brain do not work. Okay, so today is the 23rd. I listened to a book today, so I'm going to go ahead and fill in today, and I'm just going to basically work my way backwards. I have legitimately read every single day. And for me, when I look at days that I'm reading, I look at both audiobooks and Kindle and physical books. And I finished an audiobook today. All right, so now we have my Reading in Pixels. Reading in Pixels, I use Goodreads as well. Okay, so for Goodreads, I'm basically going to look at the books. We're going to start with audiobook first, because I can kind of go through here and look at, okay, these are the books that I read for the dates. I did not do an audiobook on the 4th, but I did one on the 5th, I did one on the 6th, and I did one on the 7th. Wrong Place, Wrong Time. Ooh, that one was an audiobook, but No Exit was an audiobook as well. So I was basically doing like 2 audiobooks at the same time. I was kind of alternating days. And like the day that I wouldn't listen to an audio, like if I wasn't listening to the Wrong Place, Wrong Time audiobook, I was listening to the No Exit audiobook. I was actually listening, now that I'm like looking at it, I was listening to 3 audiobooks at the same time because I also have such sharp teeth. So I'm going to go ahead and go up to the 18th. And then Holly Jolly Ever. Okay, so yeah, so I didn't do an audiobook the 19th, the 20th, the 21st. Oh, wait a minute. I have been doing an audiobook. I've been doing it for The Witch's Guide to Fake Dating, but I know for a fact that I haven't been doing it every single day. Started that. Okay, you know what I'm going to say? Because I haven't touched A Witch's Guide to Fake Dating. I think I did it. Okay, I know that I didn't do an audiobook on the 19th. I know that I didn't do one on the 20th. I did one on the 21st because that was Witch's Guide. And then the 22nd was yesterday, and the 23rd because that was when I was reading A Holly Jolly Ever After. So 3 days a month, I have not done an audiobook. Oh, and by the way, for the daily reading and the Reading in Pixels, I am using Tombow markers. So now we are going to do Kindle. So Bride was Kindle. And that one I did the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th. Oops. Better Hate Than Never was Kindle. And that one I finished on the 7th. Basically, like Better Hate Than Never, I was kind of like reading, like I started reading it and then I stopped reading it to read Bride, and then I went back to it. Love Interest was a Kindle. Choo choo choo. So Love Interest, I know that there was like a couple days that I didn't read it. So I stopped on the 13th and then I finished it. So the 13th and the 14th were actually physical books, because I was reading either Such Sharp Teeth or I was reading Wrong Place, Wrong Time. Now, if there's a day that I do both a physical and a Kindle, I won't mark them both down just because I really only have room for 2. So I will either do a Kindle or I will do a physical. So Wrong Place, Wrong Time was finished on the 13th. And Such Sharp Teeth, I started reading on the 13th, that same day. I remember reading it on the 14th. I remember reading it on the 16th and the 17th and the 18th. Now I was reading another, like I have the book Friends Don't Fall in Love that I was reading on the Kindle, but I really didn't read a lot of it until I got to the 19th and the 20th. And then I finished it on the 22nd. And, oh, I started a new book today, this morning. The Heartbreaks of Imogen Finch, which, by the way, I have not updated that yet. So let's go ahead and do that. The Predictable Heartbreaks of Imogen Finch. So I started reading that this morning. So I just moved it to my currently read, and boom. And we're also going to do my story graph, because I need to update my story graph. So I finished Friends Don't Fall in Love. When did I finish that? Hi, I should probably be keeping up with this much better. So Friends Don't Fall in Love was finished on the 22nd. So we're going to go, dang it. I just totally messed that up. The 15th to the 22nd. 10. Oh, butthead. And we finished it on the 22nd of October. I think I gave it like 3 stars because I really struggled with it. I felt like that the characters were super, super toxic. And I remember hearing from other people that they actually didn't really mind the characters, but I'm like, like I almost stopped reading it at some points. Okay, I do have to update another audiobook, but I'll do that later on. Okay, so A to Z. I actually like to wait on the A to Z until the very end of the month. So that one I am not going to update. DNF, I have not DNF'd a book in a while. Anything to do with pictures, I save that until the very end of the month. Nothing that I'm going to be updating here. Nothing there. I'm going to be updating this. I have 2 books to add to my fall reading. So I'm going to be updating that at the end of the month because I do need the pictures. Oh, those poor books I never read. This one is going to be updated at the end of the month. Oh, I am going to actually color in. I noticed I did not color in the rating for this book that I read. Like, I decided that I wanted to add in a little rating, and this came from, I think this came from the Wrong Bookworm. Let's Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Which one? Wait, where is it? Are you serious? Here we go. Okay, so I think this one came from the Wrong Bookworm, if I recall correctly. Yes, because look, I also used a stick. I used that ginormous sticker, and I put it actually in my journal, so I can. We can take that out. Okay. Oh my goodness. I'm a mess. All right, yeah. So for Blonde Identity, I used these little rating stickers from Wrong's Bookworm, and I just basically put it next to it. And actually, let's go ahead, because I read Wrong Place, Wrong Time. I gave it I think I technically gave it like 4.5 stars. But I'm only gonna do, or you know, we can do 4.5. There, it's not all the way filled in. Look, I'm reading our book club books, and then we're gonna go all the way to October, and this is again where I end up. Oh, this one I used mild liners. I used this one, and I think I used this one as well. So yeah, so this is basically where I track when I start a book and when I finish a book. And this I have already started for the month. So now I just need to go ahead and update it all the way to today. So when I do this one, I do take from Goodreads. And I basically kind of just make sure that everything is properly updated from there. So if my Goodreads is not updated, I can't update this journal, because I mean, I could if I would properly do it every single day, but I don't. My brain just doesn't work that way, unfortunately. So Bride is updated. Better Hate Than Never. I need to. Oh, I did not. Yeah. So I need to add Better Hate Than Never on the 23rd. On the 7th. Better Hate Than Never is a book by Chloe Leese. I think that's how you pronounce her name. And it was fantastic. So it was it's kind of like a reimagination of Taming of the Shrew. Which, if you guys remember from the 90s, we also have 10 Things I Hate About You. So it was like, there was a lot of 10 Things I Hate About You references that were really fun, but she kind of like took those references and she kind of made it her own, which I absolutely loved. Okay, so now I need to update Wrong Place, Wrong Time with when I finished it. I always like to use the same color for when I start and the same color for when I finish. So, and I try to write small. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Wrong Place, Wrong Time was absolutely phenomenal. I kind of deducted it a little bit for something. I can't remember what it was for. You know what? No, Wrong Place, Wrong Time. I gave 5 stars. What the heck, man? I'm so sorry. I did it dirty with this. I gave it 5 stars. I loved it. It was Sharp Teeth that I gave 4.5. That I knocked down a star because of something I didn't like about it. Okay, so Wrong Place, Wrong Time is updated. Love Interest. I started that on the 8th. And while I'm here, No Exit, I finished on the 15th. And Love Interest, I also, that's funny. I started them both on the same day and I finished them both on the same day. I don't know how that works out, especially for like when one's in audio and one's a Kindle. Although, okay, so the audio for No Exit, I stopped and I picked it back up. So I think that's why. I really only have like one Kindle book going at a time. Sometimes I'll have multiple audiobooks going at a time. It really just kind of depends with what I'm reading, and if I'm also reading a physical book to accompany it. Such Sharp Teeth and Wrong Place, Wrong Time, I had a physical book to accompany it. So like I may have read part of it as audio and part of it as Kindle, or part of it as physical, I'm sorry. So Such Sharp Teeth. And then Friends Don't Fall in Love. That one was the one with the toxic characters. Seriously. And you know, it kind of makes me a little worrisome to read other books by that author, but I will absolutely give her another chance. So that one took a week. All right, I need to add to my line. There we go. And then A Holly Jolly Ever After. That one I started on the 22nd. That was an audiobook that was like, I started like later in the day. And it was one that I was like, man, I should have started. If I had started it in the morning, I potentially could have finished it that same day, because it was just one that I just could not put down. I am going to have to give myself 2 lines, so that's what we're going to do. Why did I put in Ever After? Oh my gosh. I give up. I'm going to just kind of white that out, and I'm actually going to white out a little bit more of that. Okay, and then we are going to put the book that I started today. Let's see if I can just, there we go. This one is definitely going to need 2 lines. So the book that I started today is, go to my books, The Predictable. Sometimes I will just like drop off if the first word is a or the. So that's what I'm going to do here. Predictable Heartbreaks of Imogen Finch. And I really haven't read too far in it, so I can't say yet my thoughts. Yeah, just because I just like started. All right, so let's go ahead and put this back, because really at this point, the only thing that's left to do for October is to continue keeping it updated. We will see how that works. And is going to be to print out the photos. I will say I'm very, very pleased with myself, because I did that one, I did that one, I did that one, I did that one. So I have 2 more Kindles that I would like to read this month. Plot Twist is one that it publishes November 14th. So I have a couple weeks, but I would like to finish it this month. So it's like one less thing that I have to do next month. And next thing that I'd like to do, like kind of before I'm comfortable with saying that, yes, this is completely done for the point that I'm at, I like to actually go through my books, go through the ones that I've read, and kind of count what I have on Goodreads. And then make sure it lines up with this. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Perfect. As long as my Goodreads is updated, then this is updated. It's when Goodreads messes up, that's when it kind of gets to be a problem. All right, so If you guys watched this all the way through, thank you so much. Let me know if you enjoy just kind of updating this with me. And maybe like in the future, I may do like a live one morning where I update it. But yeah, so let me know if you enjoyed this. Thank you guys so much for joining me. Thumbs up, subscribe, click that notification bell, and I will see you on my next video. Bye. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe and enjoy the next video.